Right, basically it should be recording, and I'm using my my mum and dad's digital camera again, and I'm back to film another video. I posted one up roughly a day ago or whatever when it basically was, and I did say that I was back. And the purpose of this vlog is to talk about something of a country. Now, I've probably done some of these before, and I don't know if I've ever talked so much about certain things on YouTube, because what's happened is basically that I've been on YouTube a long while, I've got so many videos, and I sometimes forget about what I've talked about, because I have to go back to them if I want to really think about whether I talk about this. And this is going to be about the country Australia. Yes. Now, I would say that I'm very bad at doing an Australian accent, although I do try, and I may well go into that in a minute, because basically I know a few people from that neck of the woods. Yes, it's a very long way from England, but it's a good country. I absolutely admit Australia is one of my favourite countries, and they have some things there that basically I love. Right, one being TV programs, because as people may well know, I watch many TV shows, but it's very hard because I don't watch a lot of American stuff, sadly. No disrespect to anybody who's basically out there from America, but American TV, a lot of it does not excite me. I mean, I watch things like X Factor and American Idol, and there's obviously going to be things like maybe Drake and Josh and that kind of thing that might be. But I don't normally sit there and say I really want to watch that, because first of all, a lot of American television that we get in this country, and obviously what is shown in America, in my view, it's absolutely crap. Right? It's not even worth watching. I can't stress. I mean, I've seen clips of Family Guy and things like that, and I've probably thought, you know, but I wouldn't never ever sit there and say I'm going to watch the whole series, or I'm really going to be putting it down. But Australia have made programs over the past where I thought, you know what, I'm going to sit and watch the whole series. I'm going to sit and watch Heartbreak High, Pugwall, the Henderson Kids, Neighbours and Home and Away are still on. These are Australian programs. There have been many others, H2O, The Sleepover Club, literally Australian programming that I would sit and watch, and I like. And that is brilliant, right? And that's basically what I love. And it's not only the Australian programming, but it's also music. Australia makes probably some of the best music you'll ever hear. Although, even though, like some countries, i.e. America, Canada and whatever, England and other countries, they may well be a bit more broad-minded in music, Australia probably ain't that so much. They have produced things like R&B or soul or rap or dance or whatever, but they very much sometimes only ever really develop in things like guitar music or basically pop music. If it's pop or rock or metal or indie or punk or emo and things like that, yeah, then you're guaranteed basically Australia have done it. They've done it all. The little bits of dance music here and there, there's been there's been things like singer-songwriters, and there's certainly been country music. They have done it. They practically invented all that. That's all down to a T. They do that very well. It's something that Australia is very good at doing, you know. And there have been many bands out there that I like. You know, Kylie and Savage Garden are my two favourites, almost. For the simple fact that they're the most popular. But when you've got people like Jimmy Barnes and John Farnham, despite not being Australian, but they actually are honorary Australians now, classics. But people like Mental as Anything. And then you've got all your bands that never really made it in this country. People like Hunters and Collectors. What a band they are. You know, and The Cruel Sea. And people like Kish Chasey and their band like The Panic. I mean, I could go on literally with these, because they are like, you know, The Noise Works is another good one. I mean, how many times do I go through these bands and think, these artists are like Australian and they're all good. Then there's going to be people like Goodrem, and again, some of these are well known. And also I wanted to give a mention to a friend of mine that comes from, obviously, that neck of the woods. She lives in Melbourne, and her name is Nicole, and she's absolutely absolutely sweet. Right, you could not wish for anyone better to have met. Right, she's a lovely girl, and I absolutely love her to bits. I'm so glad that I can meet people from Australia, and you know, and that's what I like. And I really was blessed when I actually got to meet her. I don't always know that when I meet somebody new in certain websites whether they're going to reply back, but she did anyway, and that was brilliant. And I sent them a link to my YouTube, because I don't think she's got a YouTube account. So basically I said, look, here's my YouTube account. If you want to look at it, basically watch it, whatever I've got on there, you want to watch them, fair enough, you can do that, and I'll give you a mention when I make a video, and that's what I've done. And I did say at the start of this video that would I want to do my my poor accent of an Australian. I think maybe I need to work on it a bit more, but even if I did work on it, I don't think I'll be able to pass myself off as one. But there are words that they say in Australia, and I always use them as stereotypical type Australia. I mean, some Australians are probably thinking, no, we don't speak like that. But you know, I always think that when you meet somebody in Australia, you know, we would sometimes say hello, or in America they might say hey. And I'm going to Australia, I'm thinking, g'day, you know, it's always going to be that sort of thing, like, g'day, Ruth, how's it going? Something like, you know, just an example, if you meet, whatever, you know, they use words like Sheila. Want to find me a Sheila? You know, and I love it when Neighbours is on, because they've got this funny thing with two koalas sitting on the tree, and they make funny things up, like, you want going out tonight? Nah, I'm washing my hair tonight. And they've got the Australian thing going on. It's sponsored by Aldi. I love it. It makes me laugh because it's the way they do it. Like, have you got any sea salt and black pepper crisps? No, but I got some nuts. Oh no, I can see them. And I just love, and they say like Barbie, you know, it's not barbecue. Yeah, go and put some kangaroo meat on the Barbie. Fire it up, man. Fire it up. You know, the way that, so if I was to be passing myself off as an Australian, I would say something like, Struth, ow, or, well, no, let's start, don't start with Struth, because we're thinking about Alf in Home and Away, and we don't want to go there. Or he would say something like flaming glass, flaming mongrel, yeah. But let's imagine, right, I'm an Australian, I'll come over to England and I might meet somebody and I might say to something like, g'day Alan, I'm from Australia, you want to find me a Sheila? Or as they say, or as they call English people Pommies, they'd be like, if an Englishman goes to Australia and they're just about to fly into the airport and somebody might be hearing the accent, and you might get the Australian will come up and go, g'day, nice to meet you, I see you're a Pommy, all the way from that land of the woods. Or that neck of the woods, all the way from that country. You know, and I hope you have your nice stay in Australia, because you're going to get some Sheilas around here. And I think that, you know, he'll be like, and watch out for the crocodiles. They're going to eat you alive, and there'll be a big spider around here, and out back in the jungle. You know, they go to places like Sydney, Melbourne, I don't know. But my bad accent of an Australian, I mean, but I want to practice it because I just love, apart from the Italians and the Scottish people and that, I love an Australian accent. It's just so good. I just love it. I love it. And I love the way they say these words. They say Sheila. I think it's something to do with, I don't know what it is, but it's got me, it gives me a little bit excited. But anyway. So I hope that you're going to like this video, Nicole, and you're going to get a little bit of an insight to something that basically I love, and the Australian TV programs and music, which I love and I've watched, and that. There are other ones, but I don't tend to watch them. I mean, my mum used to watch Flying Doctors and the Waltons and the Waltons. No. I mean the Sullivans. I don't know what made me think of the bloody Waltons, but yeah, the Sullivans and Flying Doctors and these type of programs that these have in Australia. Oh, and these have Blue Healers and things like that, so yeah, they were very popular, and there was another one, Sons and Daughters, which always makes me think of the theme tune, Prisoner Cell Block H, A Country Practice. I mean, the list is endless, and this is our view. This was my mum's viewing. She would watch these. But they are a lot of Australian programs. I know she watched a bit of American stuff, but I think the majority of them tended to be Australian and the British. And it's what I love. I like British programs, and I like most of the Australian ones. It doesn't stem to go to somewhere like America or Canada. Even though I've watched a few programs on American before, I would sooner watch. And I would love to watch Australian Idol, Australian Got Talent, Australian Voice, Australian X Factor, but we don't get them here. And other thing that I'd like to watch in Australia is some of the versions that we have, like, oh, I watch Australians Come Down With Me, I've seen that, that's good. And I'd love to watch things like, what is it, Australian versions, say, like, when you get, like, Never Mind the Buzzcocks here, or something like that, a musical type show. I'd love to watch the Australian one, because it'd be just amazing. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you like the, blog and the video basically that I've done, and everybody else out there who might be Australian wants to come and watch this and think, he's bad attempt at an Australian accent, but there you go, and we'll leave it there, and as I say, I'll speak to you later, Nicole, and anybody else out there, and keep tuned into my videos, and hopefully there'll be some few more coming up very soon, so bye for now, and there you go.